Welcome ladies and gentlemen to race 6 of the Gran Turismo 6 Sunday League. This week we are off to Deep Forest and it's a reverse grid this week, so no qualifying was needed. So Dougie lines up in first, Matty second, John third, Chuck in fourth, myself fifth, Fred is sixth, Toby in seventh and Spen in 8th position. So this is race 6 of the season, final race in the TVRs. Before we move on to something a little bit different next week, we're going to be racing in some BMWs at the Nürburgring, but we'll leave that for now. Some TVRs at Deep Forest await us, so let's get into things. So here we are, lining up on the grid, waiting for the 5 lights to go. And there they go. So got a decent start this week compared to the one at Ottenring if you remember, but look at Fred, a fantastic start. There you go, he's got 2 positions ready and he's going for a third. But I've just run around the outside of Chuck there, Fred's having a look around the outside of John. Matty goes a bit slow and Fred gets caught up there, pulls out and come into the side of me. I get past Fred and Matty there, so all kicking off around the first turn. I'm up to 3rd place, which is pretty good, I'm quite happy with that. So following Dougie and John now, John's looking to try and take the lead there. Dougie's running wide, John's up the inside, I'm looking for a move up the inside as well. And Dougie, don't know what happened, I think Dougie got a little bit sideways, lost a bit of traction, but nevertheless, I'm past him into 2nd place. Hunting down John, going to try and take a first place on lap 1, which would be a bit of a feat. We've got Spen's catching and Fred's not too far behind, as is Toby, so they're all looking to come back to the front. But I'm chasing John now, a little bit wider through than I want to. I just under braking. Don't know, all through practice I was perfectly fine through that corner, but just this one time the car was unstable. I wasn't expecting it and it shoved me off into the wall into the grass and down to last place now. So Chuck and Matty, they've just passed me as well into the final turn, and Matty goes off to the right, goes fly back across the track into the pit wall, so I've got 7th place of him easily. Right behind Chuck, and I'm going to try and get 6th place straight away, not dilly-dally getting back up the field. Chuck out breaks himself into turn 1, that's an easy 6th place. So got Dougie in front of us now, so it took me a couple of laps to catch up with Dougie. He gets it a little bit wrong through there. Brake a little bit early for that corner, wasn't expecting it. I got a penalty for hitting him. He ends up getting a penalty for cutting the corner, which was something I ended up in a way forcing him to do. But I've held the position there and got the 5th place of Dougie. So on to lap 6 now, caught up with John a little bit and Toby. Toby's off in the distance there. Got it a little bit wrong on the grass and ended up putting him into the wall as well, sadly. But on to lap 7 and lap 8 now, Spen's in the pits, so past him on now, and we've got John, he's pitting in as well there. Don't know what happened with the recording, it's just fading in and out. I had a massive problem with the file itself, so I'm just having to make do with what I've got here. I couldn't really edit too much, which is a bit annoying, but I've managed to make the best I could out of it. During that there though, John and Spen came back past me to get their positions. A couple laps later, they both pitted in and I got back past them to get 2nd place. Wasn't really much happening in this race, it was all a case of just swapping positions while we're in the pits. As you can see, I'm in the pits once more. Spen comes past, gets his 2nd position. There you go, Chuck's also making a pit stop there. And John's going to come past me at some point sooner or later, but the race itself wasn't really much happening in the race apart from the first, I don't know, 7-8 laps. They were the most interesting, and then it just died down after that. Just a lonesome race, trying to catch John throughout the whole time, but that didn't happen. And then John ended up having to go, he wasn't able to finish the race, so I got gifted 3rd place pretty much there. I don't think I'd have caught him otherwise, but I'll take that. So, bit of a dull race really. I enjoyed the track and I quite enjoyed the race as well, just driving around. It's a track I love, so I don't mind that too much. But the standings for the race are Fred in 1st, Spen 2nd, myself 3rd, Toby 4th, Dougie came home in 5th, Chuck 6th, Matty in 7th, and John gets points for 8th position for the race. But yeah, like I said before, it wasn't really the best of races. It was quite a lonesome one. Hopefully next week will be a little bit different. Like I said, we're off to the Nürburgring, Type V layout, so we've got part of the GP circuit and the Nordschleife itself. So here is the standings for the season so far. In the right hand side I've also added the kind of the points everybody's got when you take into consideration the 2 drop scores. So you can have a look at that. But there's the standings anyway, and I'll leave the pictures after this as well, and the links in the description below. So thanks very much for watching, and I shall see you all at the Nürburgring.